In a world that often celebrates popularity, large social circles, and constant connection, there exists a quieter, often misunderstood group of people, empaths. These are individuals who may have few or even no close friends, not because they are unkind, distant, or incapable of connection, but because they carry something incredibly powerful within them. You see, being an empath is not a weakness, it is a rare strength. Empaths feel the world differently. They don't just listen to your words, they feel your emotions. They walk into a room and instantly sense the energy, the tension, the joy, or the sadness. While others may overlook these subtle signals, empaths absorb them deeply. And this ability, as beautiful as it is, can also be overwhelming. This is why many empaths choose solitude, not because they dislike people, but because they need space to breathe, to recharge, and to protect their inner peace. Alone time is not loneliness for them, it is healing. It is where they regain their strength after carrying the emotional weight of others. Another powerful trait of empaths is their selectiveness in relationships. They don't chase attention or surround themselves with just anyone. They seek depth, honesty, and authenticity. They would rather have one genuine connection than 100 shallow ones, and if they cannot find that kind of connection, they are strong enough to stand alone. Empaths also possess an extraordinary ability to read people. They notice the things others miss. The slight change in tone, the forced smile, the hidden pain behind confident words. This insight allows them to understand others on a profound level, but it also means they cannot easily ignore negativity, dishonesty, or toxic behavior. And so they walk away, not out of arrogance, but out of self-respect. Having few or no friends, in the case of an empath, is not a failure. It is often a sign of emotional intelligence, self-awareness, and strength. It means they refuse to settle for connections that drain them or environments that dim their light. So, the next time you meet someone who seems quiet, reserved, or alone, don't assume they are lonely. They may simply be protecting a powerful gift, a gift of empathy, a gift of depth, a gift that this world needs now more than ever. Empaths often have a deep and natural preference for solitude, not because they dislike people, but because their inner world is highly active and sensitive. Being around others, especially in busy or emotionally charged environments, can feel overwhelming. Every conversation, every mood, every unspoken tension adds to what they are already processing internally. Solitude gives them a break from this constant emotional input. For an empath, alone time is essential for emotional recovery. It's during these quiet moments that they can sort through what they've absorbed from others and reconnect with their own feelings. Without this time to reset, they may feel drained, anxious, or even confused about what emotions truly belong to them. Solitude acts as a form of self-care that restores their balance and clarity. In solitude, empaths also find creativity and self-awareness. Free from outside noise, they can reflect deeply, understand themselves better, and explore their thoughts without interruption. This space often allows them to grow emotionally and mentally, developing a stronger sense of identity and purpose. What others might see as isolation is, for them, a place of personal strength. Ultimately, their preference for solitude is about protection, not avoidance. Empaths learn that constantly being available to others can come at the cost of their own well-being. By choosing to spend time alone, they set boundaries that help them stay grounded and emotionally healthy. It's not about shutting people out. It's about making sure they don't lose themselves in the process of caring for others. Empaths experience emotions on a much deeper level than most people. They don't just notice how someone feels, they internalize it. A simple change in someone's tone, a quiet sigh, or a forced smile can speak volumes to them. This heightened awareness allows them to connect with others in a way that feels genuine and profound, often making people feel truly seen and understood. However, this depth of feeling can also be overwhelming. Because empaths absorb emotions so easily, they may carry feelings that aren't even their own. Being around stress, anger, or sadness can quickly affect their mood and energy. Without even realizing it, they can become emotionally exhausted simply by being present in intense environments or around distressed individuals. This sensitivity often makes empaths incredibly compassionate and kind. They naturally want to help, to comfort, and to heal. When someone is hurting, an empath feels a strong pull to support them, sometimes even putting others' needs before their own. While this makes them deeply caring individuals, it can also lead to emotional burnout if they don't set healthy limits. Over time, empaths learn that their emotional sensitivity is both a gift and a responsibility. It gives them the ability to love deeply and understand others on a rare level, but it also requires them to protect their own well-being. By becoming aware of their boundaries and practicing self-care, they can use their sensitivity as a strength without allowing it to overwhelm them. Empaths don't form connections casually. For them, relationships are not about quantity. They are about depth, trust, and emotional safety. They are naturally drawn to people who are genuine, honest, and emotionally aware. Small talk and surface-level interactions often leave them feeling disconnected, so they tend to wait for connections that feel real and meaningful. Because they can sense insincerity or hidden intentions, empaths are careful about who they let into their lives. They notice subtle red flags that others might ignore, mixed signals, forced behavior, or emotional inconsistency. This awareness helps them avoid relationships that could drain or harm them, even if it means walking away early or keeping their distance. This selectiveness often leads to a smaller social circle. Empaths may have only a few close friends, or sometimes none at all, but those relationships, when they exist, are usually deep and authentic. They value quality over quantity and are willing to be alone rather than settle for connections that don't align with their values or emotional needs. Ultimately, being highly selective is a form of self-respect. Empaths understand that not everyone deserves access to their energy, time, and emotional depth. By choosing their relationships carefully, they protect their peace and ensure that when they do connect with others, it is meaningful, balanced, and genuine.